Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and you are welcome to this morning Shabbat. We are going to talk about Parshas Yitro, Parshas Yitro this morning, and I subtitled the Parsha of this morning. No man is free unless he devotes or she devotes himself or herself to the learning of the Torah. No man, no woman, no person is totally free, is completely free, unless he or she devotes himself or herself to the learning of the Torah. The parasha, however, begins, that is, Parshas Yitro, begins with the arrival of Jethro, the father-in-law of Moses, at the Mount Sinai, and detail his advice to Moses as how to judge the people. The parasha relates the revelation of the Holy One, blessed be He, on Mount Sinai, and the giving of the Torah by him to Moses and to the children of Israel. This is undoubtedly the greatest recorded historical event since creation, where God himself revealed himself to millions, to thousands, to hundreds of people, and the people saw and heard the voice of the Holy One, blessed be He. What am I trying to let us know here? I'm saying that I'm giving us a general overview, a summary of the parasha Yitro. What is the meaning of the name Yitro? The meaning of the name Yitro means addition, to add. That's the meaning of the word Yitro, or the name Yitro. Jethro was a master spy. Jethro has different faces. Jethro has 7 different faces. Jethro has 7 different names in the Torah. Jethro was a man who was completely dedicated to the protection and the guardians of the people of Israel, the descendant of our father Abraham Avinu. Jethro himself was a man that he said was a loyal man to Abraham Avinu, to see the promise that God has given Abraham Avinu to be fulfilled in the life of what? Of his children. So Jethro was the man that the Holy One, blessed be He, actually used to fulfill all these promises. If you believe in reincarnation, it will make sense. But if you don't believe in reincarnation, then it will make sense unto you, because our sages tells us that Jethro comes and go. He comes in 7 different times of his life, from the time of Abraham until the time that we were giving the commandment, the Torah, on Mount Sinai. He came 7 times. So, and in different of this time has different names. So he came with different names this 7 times. So that is why we say that Jethro is a man with 7 different faces. Now, I want us to understand one particular thing here, which is extremely important, and which I want to point out, that the Torah is telling us that Jethro, who is a Midianite, Jethro, who is the high priest of Midian, is not an Israelite. Understand? Jethro is not an Israelite at all. He's a foreigner. Jethro, I can say, is from the people of the world, but who trust God, who believe God. And this man, his name was used to give the name of the parasha of this morning, Parshas Yitro. And in this parasha, that is where God himself, the Almighty, descended upon the Mount Sinai and gave the Torah to his people, Israel. So the name of the parasha where the Torah was actually given was named after a foreigner, not an Israelite. Can you imagine that? What is Torah trying to tell us here? What is the Lord is trying to preach, to let us understand, to open our eyes so that we will see, so that to open our ears so that we can hear, to open our heart so that we can understand that God is love. God does not choose. Love does not choose. Neither does love have a differences. Love does not choose. Neither does love select. The sun does not select whom to shine upon. The sun does not say, okay, you are good, I'm going to shine upon you, and you are evil, I'm not going to shine upon you. The rain upon the poor, the good and the bad. But what God is trying to tell us here is that your actions will be judged. Love does not choose, neither does love select. But love is trying to tell us our moral understanding, our moral capability. We have to choose responsibility. You cannot say, I don't want to think and say, Rabbi, oh, okay, since love does not choose or love does not select, then a man can marry a man, it is okay. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that there is a responsibility for every man, for every woman. A moral responsibility. Because if you begin to do that, then you are not better than what? Than animals. And man is not an animals. We have, our soul is a higher soul. Our soul is of the highest beings. So God does not want us to behave like an animals. God wants us to behave like a being, like a wise soul, a soul with understanding, a soul with discretion. So that is why Lord gave us a moral code, that we should follow those moral code. Once we can follow those moral code, then we can, together with Him, with the Holy One, blessed be He, we can rectify the world. The Torah is telling us that Jethro was a foreigner. Jethro is not an Israelite. And the name of Jethro was used in this parasha, it is the parasha where the Holy One, blessed be He, gave His people, Israel, the 10 words. Is that not fascinating? It's not the name of an Israelite, but the name of a foreigner. God is telling us that in His kingdom, both Israel and non-Israel are what? Are there. That I am the Father of everybody. That I am the Father of the whole world. That I am the Father of the whole universe. That I am the creator of the ends of the world. That everything I created it by myself. Israelites, non-Israelites. They are my people. I love them all. We can see, even if we look at further, that the people, the original people that actually enter into the land, the original people that led from Egypt, there were only 2 of them that entered into the land. We have Caleb and we have Yehoshua. Yehoshua is of the tribe of Ephraim. Caleb is representing the tribe of Judah. But actually Caleb is not a Judean. Caleb is a Kenite. Caleb is not an Israelite. Caleb is a Kenite. Is a foreigner absorbed into the kingdom of God. So though I don't want you to say, because the name Caleb meaning dog, that's the meaning of Caleb. Caleb meaning dog. And Israel will never name their children God. It is the Kenite that named their children God, dog, because dog in Kenite is a god. So it's a name of a god. So they named their children after the name of their gods. So that's what I'm saying. That you see, those that enter into the land, which is God is also proving unto us again that it doesn't matter who you are, a boy, a girl, a man, a woman, as far as you believe in the Holy One, blessed be He, as far as you trust Him, you will reach the land eternal. You will enter into the kingdom. As far as you put your hope and all your love and everything that you own in Him. In a simple term, Jethro, the master spy, loyal to Abraham and his dynasty, would have known, if not because of him, the Matan Torah, the Matan Torah wouldn't have been given to the children of Israel. It was because of Jethro that the Torah was given to the children of Israel, and because of this, the Lord our God gave him a special status. And this special status was because for naming this Torah of today, because of him, in his what? In his remembrance. Parasha Yitro. We learn in Avot 6:2, Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi said, every single day a prophetic echo emanates from Mount Horeb. Another name for Mount Sinai is Mount Horeb, okay? Proclaiming, woe to the Israelites for the humiliation of the Torah. For whoever is capable but does not occupy himself with the Torah is considered reprehensible. As per the verse in the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 22. Like a golden ring in the swan's snout is a beautiful woman, the human soul, without discretion. It is also written in the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 16. The tablet were God's handiwork, and the writing was God's writing. Harot, to be engraved on the tablet. But do not read only Harot, or to be engraved, but read Hirot, which means freedom. Freedom, for no man is free unless he devote himself to the learning of the Torah. But whoever devote himself to the learning of the Torah will be exalted. As it is written in the book of Numbers, chapter 21, verse 19. From gift to the God's heritage, and from the God's heritage to the highest place exaltation, which is from Matana, which means gift, to Nashniel, which means God's heritage, and from Nashniel to Bimoth, which means high place or high places of exaltation. What am I saying in all this? I'm trying to tell us that no man is actually free except he devote himself to the reading of the Torah. It is the Torah that actually sets you free. It is not the wisdom of the world. It is not your own understanding. It is not because, wait, I have gone to the university and I attained to the level of doctorate degree. I have all the wisdom of the world. I have a doctor of science in psychology, in astrophysics, or in nuclear physics. That does not make you wise. The wise man is a man that devotes himself. The wise woman is a woman that devotes herself. A wise child is a child that devotes himself or herself to the study of the Torah. And the Torah gives you a total freedom. Yeshua said, I have not come to destroy the Torah, neither have I come to change it. No, I have come to do what? To fulfill it. That no little letter of the world will pass away. Even let the whole world pass away. Let the heavens pass away. But not a little single of the word of the Torah will go unfulfilled. So we can see from what our teachers, our rabbis, our wise men, our sages are telling us, that do not read it as if the word of God is engraved in the stone. No, but that you should read it as if that this word of God has come to deliver me from myself. The greatest deliverance is you being delivered from yourself. We can see the Israelites, they couldn't have that deep understanding. They couldn't have that deep knowledge because these men have been there in Egypt for 210 years as a slave. They have the slave mentality in their head. And Moshe is saying, for you to be free indeed, you have to first of all free yourself from yourself. You have to open your mind and see that you are the sons of the living God. That your God, the God of your father, has chosen you to make you a light to the whole world, so that through you all the world might see and come to the knowledge of the one true God. That come and see the work of God. The Torah is telling us that Jethro, the father-in-law of Moses, came to do what? To advise Moses on how to judge the people, to implement judgment, to implement court, to implement how to organize the people. So the question now is, are you telling me that Moses is foolish? Is the Torah telling us that Moses doesn't have understanding on how to control the people, on how to organize the people? Of course not. We can remember that Moses was a general in the Egyptian army. Moses built cities. Moses controlled things. Moses knew how things were being done in Egypt. Moses knew that in Egypt there are courts. There are places where grievances, where misunderstanding can be settled. Moshe understand that. The Torah even said that Moshe was what? Moshe was a king in Ethiopia. Moshe organized Ethiopian people perfectly well, so he understands, he knows. But in this case, there's a difference. Why? Because these people has a slave mentality. Moshe put all the load upon himself. Moshe was trying to carry the entire load because he knew that these people, they don't have the designing spirit yet to understand how to do judgment. They don't have the spirit of God yet to understand how to understand their left from their right, to understand wrong from right. So that is why he put all the load upon himself. And the father-in-law is telling him, this is not right. You are going to do what? You are going to weaken yourself. The people will be tired of you, and you also will be weak, because you cannot stay alone from morning to the evening judging the people alone. Don't do that. I will give you an advice. Do this. And he said, if God will heed you, take this matter, my advice, unto God. And if God said, go ahead, then you go ahead. And Moses did exactly, and God said the advice is what? The advice is good. If we look at what Yitro said, I want us to read okay. He said in verse 11, chapter 18, verse 11, Shemot, Exodus 18:11. Now I know that Adonai is greater than all the gods, for in the very matter in which the Egyptians has conspired against them. The law of Moses took a burnt offering and peace offering, for God and Aaron and all the elders of Israel came to eat bread with the father-in-law of Moses before God. Alright. 13. It was on the next day that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening. The father-in-law of Moses saw everything that he was doing to the people, and he said, what is this thing that you do to the people? Why do you sit alone with all the people standing by you from morning to evening? Moses said to his father-in-law, because the people came to me to seek God. When they have a matter, one comes to me, and I judge between a man and his fellow, and I make known the decrees of God and his teaching. The father-in-law of Moses says to him, the thing that you do is not good. The thing that you do, verse 17, the thing that you do is not good. You see, the father-in-law of Moses was giving Moses an advice here. And this particular word that was used here was also used in the book of Bereshit. The same word, it is not good. Who used that word first? It was God himself. It was God Elohim himself that used that word first in the book of Bereshit when Adam was created. He said, it is not good for man to be alone. I will make him a helpmate. I will make him a woman that will assist him, that will help him. The same thing that is going on here, the same thing that Jethro, the father-in-law of Moshe, is trying to do for Moshe. He's telling Moshe, what you are doing is not good. You need a helpmate. You need someone who can help you, someone who can assist you to accomplish this job. Adam himself cannot accomplish the work alone. Adam himself cannot say, I'm going to be pregnant. If God wants Adam to be pregnant and become a mama, become a papa, he can do that. But God said, I don't want that. That does not make sense to me. That's what God is saying. I don't want that. Adam cannot do everything on his own. He needs an helpmate. He needs the woman who is the backbone of the man. The man can do who, but the woman is there to pull him back. Calm down. Easy. That's the job of the woman. The woman organizes the home. Whatsoever you want a man to be, it is the woman that determines what a man look like. I mean, in character and in behavior. I'm not talking about physical appearance now. If a woman wants a man to be good, it's the woman that molds the man that he at the sort that she wants. If a woman does not have the designing understanding, then whatsoever kind of man that your husband is, it is your fault as a woman. Because the woman is so smart and so wise. Is the helpmate for the man. They are equal with different responsibility. I'm not telling you that the man is like this and the woman is like this. No, that is not what the Torah said. That is not what God said. God created both of them equal. That's what God said. He created them the same, equal. But the responsibility of the man is different from the responsibility of the woman. The woman is here for her own responsibility, and the man's responsibility is here. So let the man take care of his own responsibility. And when we think that we are smart, when we want to come and mix the responsibility, then we make mess of the work of God. Then we mess up everything. The same thing here. Yitro is telling Moshe, you cannot do it alone. It's too much for you. You need a helpmate. You need someone who can assist you. And so he used the same word that was used in the book of Bereshit. From here we learn that the reward of freedom is gained only through learning the Torah, which was given by the Holy One, blessed be He, to the people of Israel as a collective at Horeb, but taught of at the time of creation, as sages teach us that the study of the Torah is the only way to defeat the evil inclination. Kedushim 30b. It states, I created the evil inclination and I created Torah as its remedy. And if you are busy yourself with the Torah, that is studying and performing the Torah, you shall not succumb to it. You shall not succumb to the evil inclination. God created the evil inclination and God created the Torah. God made the evil inclination and God made the Torah as its balance. Everything in the world, I always say, everything in the world is balanced. If you keep yourself in the study of the Torah, if you keep yourself in the understanding of the Torah, then your evil inclination, the evil thought, the evil instinct that man has will not overcome you, because you keep yourself busy with the Torah. But if you do not keep yourself busy with the Torah, then you are in a mess, because your evil inclination, your evil impulses will overcome you. It will overrun you. So the Torah is created from the beginning to counterbalance the evil inclination. One is only truly free when he has defeated his evil inclination, cease being a slave to it. This is the task of mankind and the reason why the Torah was given to the Israelites. The study of much Torah will reap the greatest reward. the arrival of Messiah, son of David, who shall explain that there is a double system, a metaphysical one and the physical one, a double Torah of two halves, the numbers and the letter, and encrypted in the code of in the code of life. I'm saying again, I repeat, one is only truly free when he can defeat his own evil inclination. If you cannot defeat your own evil instinct, if you cannot defeat your own evil, your own evil impulses, then you are a slave to it. Just like the Israelites were slaves in Misraim, in Egypt. So you are enslaved by your own evil inclination, by your own yesara. You are enslaved by your own evil thought. So for you to be free, for you to be completely free, you need the Torah. The Torah is the antidote to the evil inclination. You want to be free? Then this is the Torah. Then you want to be slave to your yesera. You want to be slave to your evil inclination. Then you continue to do your own way. Then when the time comes, you are going to meet God. My people always say, you will meet God where there is no space to escape. You cannot run away from your Creator. You cannot run away from Him that made you. A time will come where God will approach you. Here is a big depth, very, very, very depth that you can jump there. Here, another one. In your front, God, at your back, fire. You can escape. On that day, what are you going to tell Him? Oh God, I have a PhD in nuclear physics, or I spent all my time studying biology. I have Doctor of Science in biology, so I don't have the time to study the Torah. That be too late for you to overcome your evil inclination. A man is totally free when he overcomes his evil inclination. When you overcome the yesara, that is when you are completely free, and that is when you are free indeed. For Yeshua said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." What is he saying? You shall know the Torah. You shall study the Torah. You shall understand what the Torah is saying, and it is the Torah that sets free. It will give you total freedom from your own self, from your evil inclination. Because remember, the evil inclination is created by God, and the antidote for the evil inclination is the Torah. So for you to be totally free, you need the Torah. Just as the Torah is a double Torah. The Torah, we have one tablet and another tablet. So likewise, is the word. Is what God has created in the metaphysical and in the physical world. God is teaching us, trying to give us this understanding that for us to completely be free, to be free from ourselves, to be free from our yesera, not to be a slave to yesera, we need to study the Torah, and it is the Torah that that guide you. Torah is a guidance. It guides you on the path so that you will not be a slave to your yesera. And at the coming of the Messiah, the son of David, he will go to explain to us, go to show us that the Torah is what written in the code of in the code of life. You see, he says that the Torah is a tree of life to those who take hold of it. It's a tree of life. It's a river of living water. It's a bread of life to those who take hold of it, who hold it very tight. And all his ways are pleasantness. Everything about it is good. Everything about the Torah is fantastic. It is for your sake that the Torah was given on Mount Sinai. Remember, this is the first time in history that a God will speak to millions, to thousands, to hundreds of people at the same time. Because people always doubt. Israelite is not number one. We need proof. Okay, Moshe went to the mountain. Okay, you go and talk to God. God, come back and come and tell me. How do I know that he is talking to God alone? I don't know. I don't know what type of spirit he's talking to. I don't know what type of demon he is communicating with. I don't know, but I want to know. And God said, okay, I will come down. I will speak to all of you at the same time, so that you will know that Moshe is my servant, so that you will know that I have sent him to save you. And God descended upon the mountain, and God spoke the 10 words, and they all heard it, and they say, we will do. We will obey, and we will do. We will do, and we will obey. That was the commandment. That was the agreement. We all agree, our forefather agreed. So that agreement that was sealed with blood. The covenant is a covenant of blood. We cannot change it. I cannot change it. You cannot change it. None of us can change it, because your forefathers has already agreed. You were in there, but you are bound by it. You are bound to obey it, because it was sealed by blood. And so we have no choice. We cannot say, oh, I don't want to obey the Torah. I want to do whatever I want to do. That won't work. The judgment will be severe, because your forefathers, he said, for Moshe said, for those who are here and for those who are not here, that this covenant is sealed for those that are here and those that are not here, which is you, because you weren't there. I wasn't there when it was sealed, but Moshe has already included me. Moshe has already included you. Moshe has already included all of us for generation to generation until the end of our time. He has included us in the what? In the covenant. So we cannot escape it. God spoke to Moshe, and Moshe spoke to the people. It is what God is saying. And the people, they hear, they had everything. It is not that, no. Everybody here, they all hear what God was saying. They heard the word of God, plain and clear. These are the commandments. This is the justice. This is a path of holiness. A moral code, a moral way of life. Because you are not animals. I love you. And I have to give you a moral code to differentiate you from the rest of the world. To differentiate you from animals. To differentiate you from a cow. To differentiate you from a what? From a donkey. To differentiate you from a dog. You are human beings. You will not behave like an animal. You have responsibility. If you want to be a dog, then convert yourself and become a dog. Then you can do whatever you want to do. But if you want to be a human being, then you know that to be a human being, that is what? That is responsibility. You want to be a husband, then stand up for your responsibility. You want to be a wife, stand up for your responsibility. People won't want to be a wife, but they don't want to take the responsibility of being a wife. You want to be a husband, you don't want that responsibility of being a husband. How does that work? You want to be a human being, then take up the responsibility of being a human being. The moral code has to be obeyed. We cannot degrade ourselves to the level of animals. We cannot degrade ourselves where a son will be sleeping with his own mama. A man will be sleeping with his own daughters. Where a man and a man will be sleeping together, a woman and a woman. And you said that I can do whatever I want to do. I can do whatever I want. It doesn't work that way, my friend. You want to be human. Take up the responsibility of being a human being. There is responsibility for everything. You want to be animal, then go to be an animal. That is different. Put you in zoo, people come and look at you as an animal. And you can start eating grass just like Nebuchadnezzar. God said, and God removed his understanding and he became an animal. So you want to do that? It's fine for you. You go ahead. But the time is coming, the day of judgment, when the whole thing will be revealed. So, finally, God is telling us here that to judge, to actually judge, it takes knowledge, it takes wisdom. Many commentators, he said, one basic lesson learned from this weak Torah reading, though barely discussed by the commentator, is that there is no perfect system of justice. If it involves human being and judges, of course. This is it. And that is why Yitro gave these few characteristics of who can be a judge. I'll read it again, then we close. Now, verse 19. Chapter 18, Shemot, chapter 18, Exodus 18, verse 19. Now heed my voice. I shall advise you, and may God be with you. You be a representative of God, like Kohen Gadol, and you convey the matter to God. You shall caution them regarding the decree and the teaching, and you shall make known to them the path in which they shall go and the deeds that they should do. And you shall discern from among the entire people men of accomplishment. The fourth characteristic. God-fearing man, 2. A man of truth, 3. People who despise money, 4. And you shall appoint them as leaders of 1,000, 100, 50, and 10. You see the characteristic of a man, of a woman that want to be a judge, of a person that want to be a judge. A man that despises money, because money corrupt. I give, okay. Oh, my friend, hi, yeah, and now, hey, wait. Oh, your son is a criminal. Come on, we cover it up. He's the son of my friend, because me and Enam play golf together. We are what? We are pals. That doesn't work that way. That's not the way God thinks should work. Men of accomplishment, women of accomplishment, men of renown, women of renown. That's what God is saying. They sow with all their heart. Not men that take bribe. Not corrupt men. Because corruption destroys. We can see most of our country, we can see most of the country in the world. They say it is politics. Politics is what? Give and take. That is politics, right? It's bribery, right? I give you this, I take this. No justice. No justice. The poor man has no justice. Only the rich man has justice. Where is that? Where is the world going? And the time the poor man will rise up and begin to slaughter all the rich man because they cannot find justice. Then the rich man will say the poor man is an evil man. How come he's an evil man? When only you can again the best lawyer in the world. Where only you can buy the greatest thing in the world. But the poor man has no money for a lawyer. And so therefore, justice is denied him. Is that right? That is not right. So it is only the Torah that sets free. It is only the Torah that delivers you from your Yisera. That man, that woman, that wants his Yisera to be under control, that want to overcome his Yisera, that man, that woman, that person must do what? Must have the Torah, must immerse himself or herself in the Torah. For it is the Torah that sets free indeed. One of the great lessons of the revelation at Sinai was and is a simple basic understanding of the true nature of human beings, both individual and in the society. The Lord is perfection, while humans are doomed to operate within an imperfect system and frustrated world. Sometimes better is the enemy of good in the attempt to achieve perfection, and only leads to greater imperfection, frustration, and even violence. That is it. In the attempt for us to perfect what we think that is perfect, because we cannot perfect things without the Torah. Men want to perfect themselves without the Torah. That will not work. It will only lead to violence. It will only lead to destruction. It will only lead to more imperfection. What I'm saying this morning, there is nowhere you can run. There's nowhere I can run. Our father David said, if I run to the mountain, God is there. If I run to the depth of the sea, God is there. If I go anywhere, God will take me. Where am I can't run away from the presence of the Lord. You can't run away, my friend. That I want you to understand. You can say, I don't give a damn, I don't care. But the time will come that you will care. Finally, I will give us a story. A little one. There is a woman, very influential, strong, rich and wealthy. She spent all her life enjoying herself. She doesn't care about having a child. I don't give a damn. I can't be under a man. a man cannot control me. I am wealthy, I am rich, I am everything. Who is that man that can control me? I'm even richer than them. I'm richer than them all. What can a man tell me that I don't know? I will be the one overruling him. I don't need a man. I don't care. I have all the businesses in the world. I'm a billionaire or a trillionaire. I don't care. You know, I have everything. When the time came, when she became 90 years old, frail and weak, and like this, she cannot walk again. Right? She begins to think, oh, had I known to have a child that can give me water, that can put water on my tongue. It's too late, my friend. It's too late. She now begins to remember, if I knew I could have at least have one child, at least have somebody that in my old age can draw water on my tongue. He begins to do all kinds of stupidity in the house. At the old age, he can walk. She died, and the money that she's talking about remained, and the foreign people take it over. Say, why is it? Why do you waste all your life away? You know, pride come before you fall. Let's think very deep. Let's understand what the Torah is saying. I don't give a damn, I don't care. But trust me, the time will come, you are going to see. Torah is life. Torah is a way of life, it's a tree of life to those who take hold of it. And all its way are peace and pleasant. If you come, you will see life. God has given you life, the guidance, so that you will not fall into the pit of life. In this world that we are, in the physical world, there's a lot of pit along your path, along your way. It is the Torah that put that light, that shine that light there, so that you can see, so that you can understand with your mind, so that you will not fall into that pit. The enemy wants you to fall into the pit and consume you and eat you up. The Jethro wants to destroy you. But if you immerse yourself in the Torah, it becomes antidote to that poison. And you can never be poisoned because you have the light, which is the Torah. Parasha Yitro. Shabbat Shalom.